What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum. I got an envelope over here that is a PMG Red related mail day, so I'm going to show that off at the end. Before I do so, I figured I'd give you a little bit of a comparison, give you a little bit of a history of the Red parallel. So I've got my two cards here. Now, I know I titled the video 1997 versus 2008. I'm just going to tell you from the start, there's really no competition, and that sounds like an opinion. But I've never heard one person that favored the 2008 design to the 1997 design. So this video will look at, give more of the reasoning why, I suppose. But you know what? If you like 2008 better, don't be afraid to say it, because that's your opinion. That's what makes this hobby great. Okay, let's go back a little bit further before 97, just to give some background here. So in 1995, Marvel, like Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor, Marvel owned Fleer, and they bought Skybox, which Skybox at the time was a separate company. They merged the two companies. They formed basically Fleer Skybox International. And you can hear the Jean from Arena Design talk about this in some of the interviews she's done. Skybox was more, that allowed them to do some more off-the-wall, unique kind of stuff, whereas Fleer was more of the traditional looking, more established stuff. So in 1997, they had a metal set where they introduced a red parallel, a Precious Metal Gems red parallel. And I'll show you that here. This one is the only PMG red that I own. I'll try and give you a good look at that in the light. It's actually in really good condition relative to the rest of the set that I've seen. This one's got a little white in that top corner. The worst of it is, and yes, I am being careful, the worst of it is the bottom here, this bottom edge in this bottom corner. But really for PMGs, it's a good looking PMG. No, I don't want to get it graded. I get a lot of people asking me that. I would just rather enjoy it as a raw card. So the way that these worked, they were serial numbered out of 100, but the first 10 were actually green. So even though the reds are serial numbered out of 100, there's 90 of them. And the greens are serial numbered out of 100, but there's 10 of those. So that's how they did that in 1997. So Fleer, continued to exist until around the summer of 2005, where they essentially went bankrupt, and Upper Deck bought the intellectual rights to Fleer. Now, to the best of my knowledge, they didn't use, even though they used some of the Fleer branding, they had Fleer Ultra sets. You've seen a Fleer Ultra Kobe that was made by Upper Deck on my channel recently. To the best of my knowledge, they never used the Skybox branding until they introduced it again in 2008. And as part of that 2008 Skybox set, they had a Metal Universe parallel that also had a Metal Universe red, a Precious Metals red, and then a green. Now, these were numbered, and I'll take this out of the sleeve in a moment here. These were numbered out of 50. But like the PMGs from 97, the first 10 of them are green, so then the remainder of these are red. So the PMG Reds in 2008 are numbered to 40, and the greens are numbered to 10. Maybe one of the few things they have in common, aside from the Skybox branding, is the fact that they're very condition sensitive, although in a different way. So I've got this one in a penny sleeve, and I'll try and capture it on camera here. But these things just flaked apart, and they're just not, they're not good. Like you can see, well, first off, it doesn't have anywhere close to the shine that the 97 had. But you can see like there's just pieces of the card left in the penny sleeve, and it's just flaking off. And even today, I've got friends that don't know what to do with them. I've heard people say, I just want to like flake all that loose junk off of the card. I try not to mess with mine any, but it's just kind of a mess of a card. So, and it's not the last we saw of the PMGs, but it is the last that we saw of them in a pro uniform. So I do want to point out here, before I open up my mail, they came back with red PMGs in UD Retro for 2011 and 2013. They were college uniform, so I don't have any mainly. They were numbered to 150, and I've seen them in person. Of course, they are closer to the 97 than the 2008, and they're supposed to be like the 97, but they don't quite pop the same, which is also one of my kind of, I'm a little bit skeptical of the new metal release that's coming out soon, not because of the designers. I'm very happy to see Arena Design back in this. I'm skeptical that Upper Deck's going to be able to replicate the printing techniques and kind of the details that went into manufacturing these older cards, because it didn't work in 2008, and then the retro designs in 2011 and 2013 didn't work so much either. Another thing real quick they did with the retro designs, they had a blue numbered to 50 and a green numbered to 10, and the green was actually numbered to 10. It wasn't part of the larger print run. So I understand why they did that, but I feel like kind of veered away from the what they were trying to pay their respects to in the first place. Okay, so with that being said, let's get to my new PMG mail day. And it's 2 Pacers that showed up on eBay this week, and I've already, so you don't have to see me struggle with this envelope. I already cracked that part of it open. You can see part of it here. There were 3 Pacers in this red set. And this seller had 2 of them, so I bought them because I didn't have any of them. My only 2008 red up to this point was that Louis Scola that I just showed you. I liked him on the Pacers, but I wanted an actual Pacer from that set. So let's take a look at these. You've already seen the comparison of the years. So what I'm more concerned about, thanks for the top loader seller. What I'm more concerned about is, are they going to be flaking as bad as the Scola? I've never seen one that isn't flaking in some capacity. He mentioned there was some surface damage. That doesn't deter me from buying a 2008 at all, because I'm pretty sure they all have it. So if you look at this one before we take it out, it looks like there's some surface issues. Looks like the Hibbert is going to be worse than the Brandon Rush. But let's take a look. Could be wrong. Either way, I'm happy to own them. I got the pair for like $40 shipped. So yeah, look at that. It's like a snake is shedding its scales. I don't know if you can see that on the penny sleeve. You will when I take this out of here. Look at that. Look by the head. Look how much of that is just peeling off. You see why people want to peel these off. Look at, I don't know if you can see that. It's like he's had a bad sunburn and it's finally coming off. Except these aren't as fun to peel. Look at that. So yeah, I keep telling you to look at it. You're watching a video. Of course you are. Sorry. I'm just excited here. Excited for the damage, right? So like I said, I'm not really bothered by that. I'm more fascinated than anything, because to me it's just a blunder, a major blunder in trading card history that is trying to point back to something that was really awesome. So anyway, there you have it. This one's another flaky version, but like now I have all these just flakes in the penny sleeves. Not the seller's fault. They disclosed that, and I think, once again, I think every one of the 2008s will do that. So there you have it. There's a comparison. Let's do one last shot just for kicks here. Be careful with this one. So you have the 97, which it looks like there's a filter on it. It just looks that cool. And then the 2008, which is kind of just there. All right. Anyway, until next time, I hope you enjoyed that. New episodes of the Wax Museum podcast every Thursday. Thanks for watching.